My dear students, I am Deepak Vanjani. Last time I gave you 5 sums for practice. I hope सब लोगों ने उन्हें सॉल्व कर लिया होगा. अगर किसी को कोई डाउट है तो वो मुझे कमेंट करके बता सकता है. आज हम देखेंगे इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड का नया टॉपिक, इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड ड्यू टू पॉइंट चार्ज. As shown in figure 1, source charge capital Q is placed at origin of the XYZ coordinate system, and we want to find electric field at position r vector from origin. So at position r vector I have placed one test charge, that is Q naught. Test charge, that is Q naught. Source charge, that is capital Q. As I told you last time, if we are observing any effect due to any charge, then that is called source charge. So here we are going to study the effect of a plus Q charge. Therefore this plus Q is called source charge, and this effect we are going to test at a distance r from origin on any charge, that is called test charge. तो इस चार्ज का यूज क्या है? इस चार्ज की यूज से हम टेस्ट करेंगे कि इसकी इफेक्ट इतने डिस्टेंस पे क्या मिल रही है. सो वी आर गोइंग टू फाइंड what is the force acting on Q naught due to capital Q at a distance r. Okay. Test charge always we have to take positive. Here we have to consider value of Q naught to be very small so that source charge does not get disturbed. मतलब यहाँ पे इसकी पोजीशन में कोई चेंज आना चाहिए नहीं. Q naught की वैल्यू बहुत छोटी होनी चाहिए, वो हम लास्ट टाइम डिस्कस कर चुके हैं. If I want to find force F vector at position r vector, then F vector r vector is given by the Coulomb's law, K Q1 Q2 upon r square. K source charge capital Q, test charge Q naught upon distance between them, that is r square into r cap. Why we have used r cap? Because here we have shown F vector. Vector is nothing but magnitude into unit vector. If we want to find electric field, then we have to divide this force by test charge. So F vector r vector upon Q naught. If we take Q naught on left hand side, then F vector r vector upon Q naught is equal to KQ upon r square into r cap. But in last lecture we have studied that E vector r vector is nothing but F by Q. So E vector r vector is equal to KQ upon r square into r cap. If we are interested in magnitude only, then E is equal to KQ upon r square. Therefore electric field E can be written as 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught into Q upon r square. Why I have written 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught? Because in Coulomb's law we have studied that K is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught. From this it is clear that 4 that is constant, pi that is constant, epsilon naught that is constant, capital Q that is source charge that is also constant. So we can say that electric field is inversely proportional to square of the distance. It means if distance between test charge and source charge changes, then value of electric field will change. So we can say that thus at equal distances from the charge Q, the magnitude of its electric field is same. It means for same distances, value of electric field will be same in any direction. The magnitude of electric field E vector due to a point charge is the same on a sphere with the point charge at its center. When we place this source charge at the center of sphere, and if we observe the effect at a distance r at each and every point of the sphere, then its value of electric field, magnitude of electric field will remain same. In other words, we can say that it has a spherical symmetry like this. If we consider one source charge at center, and if we find electric field at a distance r over here, and if it is E, then in opposite direction at same distance also electric field will remain E. Here at a distance r, electric field will remain E. Therefore it has a spherical symmetry. At each and every point of the sphere, electric field will remain same if the source charge is placed at center. Whenever electric field E is equal to KQ upon r square we are getting, at that time we can say that electric field is due to point charge. Whenever electric field is inversely proportional to square of distance, whenever electric field is inversely proportional to square of the distance, at that time we can say that that electric field is due to point charge. Okay. Electric field due to a system of charges. So consider a system of charges q1, q2, qn with position vectors r1 vector, r2 vector, rn vector relative to some origin O. For n number of charges, if we have to find electric field, then how can we find electric field? Let us see. First, I am considering system of two charges, q1 and q2. q1 is at a distance r1 from the origin and q2 is at distance r2 from the origin. So r1 vector is the position vector of q1 with respect to O, and r2 vector is the position vector of q2 with respect to O. We want to find electric field at point P, which is at a distance r. So this is r vector. Q naught, that is test charge, we have placed at position vector r vector with respect to O. So r vector is the position vector of q naught with respect to O. We want to find effect of q1 at point P, effect of q2 at point P. That will give us electric field due to first charge, electric field due to second charge. Then we can find net electric field using superposition principle. Now here q naught is at a distance r1 free from q1 and is at distance r2 p from q2. If we have to find force acting on q naught, a test charge due to first charge, then F1 vector is given by F1 vector is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q1 q naught upon r1 p square into r1 p cap. Here, how can we decide the direction of electric field? Force acting on q naught due to q1 will be in which direction? Both are like charges, therefore which type of force will act? Repulsive force. Due to repulsive force, direction of force acting on q naught due to q1 will be from q1 to q naught. And electric field is always in the direction of force. So here is the direction of electric field due to first charge. Same way, electric field due to second charge will be in this direction. Electric field is the ratio of force to test charge. So E1 vector is equal to F1 vector upon q naught, 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught into q1. If we divide force by q naught, then it will give us electric field 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q1 upon r1 p square into r1 p cap. Similarly, we can find electric field E2 vector. E2 vector is equal to same way 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught. Instead of q1 we have to write q2 upon, instead of r1 p distance we have to write r2 p square into r2 p cap. According to superposition principle, net electric field is nothing but sum of individual electric field E1 vector plus E2 vector. E1 vector, that is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q1 upon r1 p square into r1 p cap plus 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q2 upon r2 p square into r2 p cap. Now if we have to find for system of n charges, then for system of n charges, how can we find net electric field? Here total I have shown 4 charges, q1, q2, q3 and q4. First we have to observe the electric field due to first charge and second charge. So electric field due to first charge is in this direction, electric field due to second charge is in this direction. Now we have to find resultant of E1 and E2. Resultant of E1 and E2 will be in this direction according to law of parallelogram. Okay, it means this is E1 vector plus E2 vector. Electric field due to third charge will be in this direction, E3 vector. Now resultant of E1 plus E2 and E3 will be in this direction, that is E1 plus E2 plus E3. That is the resultant of E1 plus E2 and E3. Now electric field due to fourth charge is in this direction. Same way, using the method of parallelogram, we can find a net electric field due to E1 plus E2 plus E3 and E4. That will give us net electric field E vector. So this way we can find electric field due to system of n charges. According to superposition principle, we can find net electric field due to system of n charges. Net electric field is equal to E1 plus E2 plus En vector. What can we take common? 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught. What will remain inside the bracket? Q1 upon R1 p square into R1 p cap, Q2 upon R2 p square into R2 p cap, plus up to Qn upon Rn p square into Rn p cap. General formula if we have to write, then how can we write this formula? Electric field E vector is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught sigma, that is the summation. It starts from 1 and ends with n. So I is equal to 1 to n qi upon ri p square into ri p cap. Substitute I is equal to 1 first. q1 upon r1 p square into r1 p cap, that is the first term. Substitute I is equal to 2. q2 upon r2 p square into r2 p cap, that is the second term. Same way, if you substitute the value n, then qn upon rn p square into rn p cap, that is last term. This way we can get net electric field due to system of n charges. Here I have given MCQs based on electric field. Try to solve it. Thank you.